Hello, and welcome to the kind of first episode to Rootless, the podcast, a game of might, right, and arson. My name's Colin. I will be the GM for your adventures. And before we dive in, I wanted to give you all a little bit of background in terms of what factions might be coming into play, some key terminology to understand, as well as just an overview of Root as a whole. That way, if you aren't familiar with the board game or the lore or anything that's related to Root, if you listen to this hopefully short piece of information, you should be able to follow along just fine. And of course, there are going to be things that the players are learning along the way, things that they do not know about that have been written into the campaign. So without further ado, I will let each of the different factions have a member introduce themselves to you.
Hello, my name is Thimble. I'm a meerkat, part of a Corvid conspiracy. Corvid conspiracy is mostly crows, but really we allow everybody, all species. We got a lot of criminal networks. Myself, I'm part of the Whisper Network, and we don't really want to rule. Anyways, the Council of Crows, they meet once a month and decide what we're gonna do. I get the message out there and we get it done. I'll probably see you before you see me.
Well, hello there. My name is Chunk, and I will be introducing you to the Marquis, or as many call us, the Marquis. We hail from Le Monde des Cats. Now, I myself am not a cat, but a squirrel. Most of the Marquis are made up of predominantly tabbies and, well, different cats of the sort. But they do welcome outsiders, if you will. The Marquis follow an ideal system based on innovation, technology, and my personal favorite, military. Now, we are led by what they call the Marquis Ministry. Marquis means unremarkable cat. Marquis are, well, they're not protected, at least not so much as the names, but they do have folks that do dirty work for them that, well, they don't have names. Now, I understand that I will be introduced in this story relatively early, and I would implore you not to take my opinions as a whole for the entire faction of the Marquis. Well, without further ado, I'll turn it over. Thank you for your time.
Liza Birch, it's a pleasure. I'm here to introduce the Lemur Supremacy. Well, the Lemur Supremacy are predominantly composed of, as you might imagine, lemurs. Now, we do have species from other kinds, but they do not hold any rank or high position, mostly the guards or merchants. We aren't from the original Woodland. However, we have settled here and made our own small home. We do want to rule the Woodland, but we would like to see only females in power. Our matriarchal society dictates that the females have a cooler head, and cooler heads prevail. I am part of a 6-person organization called the Legacy Arbor. We have lofty trees, lofty goals, and lofty reach in terms of ways to kill.
Baron Skywalk of the Ivory Dynasty. The Ivory Dynasty are a grand people. We are predominantly composed of birds, and predominantly within those birds, eagles. The Ivory Dynasties have the original take on the Woodland. We were the first rulers to take the Woodland, and by all means, it is ours by that right. We are a people that are based on multiple tribes. We have different factions within our own faction, and because of that, there can be infighting. Hence the Civil War, which allowed for other factions to take control. Now, we are united. Now, we fight back.
Hi there, Bird of the Mouse. I'm part of the Woodland Alliance, and, well, the de facto leader. We've just taken over our first clearing, and I think it's going relatively well. Most of us are mice, but we do have some outsiders. We believe in equality, and putting the people back in charge. Sometimes, by any means necessary. We don't have a hierarchy.
and we probably won't.
Lord Hin Yaha, I am the leader of the Keepers in Iron. The Keepers in Iron are badgers, predominantly. We have very few other species. We are a militaristic people. If you step out of line, you die. Only the strong survive. We are in the woodland to collect relics, to gather them, take them back to our land, and protect them. To keep the histories of both the woodland and the land in which we own safe.
There, Sprat the Rat. Lord of the Hundreds are the people I'll be introducing for you. Well, the Lord of the Hundreds. It's, my Marquis, a warrior king, tyrant. We like to burn things, raise villages to the ground. We don't want the woodland. We want the woodland to burn. See, we're not from here, but we're from close enough that, well, the woodland poses a threat. And if somebody were to rule, they might look to take other lands. So why don't we take it first?
Hi there, my name is Daco. I'm a Deco. I'm here to introduce the denizens of the woodland. The denizens are just your average regular people. We're artisans and construction workers and, well, farmers. Just regular people. We don't have any stake in the war, but most of us have been here a real long time. And we don't want to see the woodland go away. So, hopefully the vagabonds can help us. Hopefully.
I am Fernando Alexander, the Lizard God, and my people are a religious people. What we believe in is, well, the Grand Dragon. We have many that will propose his word, and hopefully we'll spread it among the woodland. If you want to be a member, by all means, come join. If you want to become an acolyte, well, that means that you've got to exile another acolyte. You got to get somebody willing to go the extra mile, to be exiled from the woodland for up to 50 years, to spread the message elsewhere. We also believe in helping the outcasts, which currently are the rabbits. Any rabbits that we see will help. And we are ruled by different voices. The voice of the dragon in each clearing rules its garden and produces different religious documentation to help support the cause. And back home, where we come from, the heart of the dragon is the ruling council. All give praise to the great dragon. Thank you.
Maya Iria, the Duchess of Mud for the Grand Duchy. The Grand Duchy, we have long sought our place in the woodland, and as we see fit, we have our parliament, each member having a different vote, whether or not to go to war. If we get enough votes, we go to war. If not, well, we stay in our tunnels and wait for the right opportunity. I implore you to check out our provisional governments. They may sit in different positions depending on where the denizens are. And if you do see a tunnel, well, it's probably too late for that clearing. Sorry. We will spread our propaganda, and we will take what was always rightfully ours. We will not be underground anymore. I vote yay.
Lord Captain Otto here, part of the River Folk Company. We don't really have a lot of leaders. Predominantly, we're made up of otters. And, well, as you can imagine, we enjoy sailing the seas. We're trying to get a universal denomination, river script. If we can do that, well, we might be able to do more trade, more business, unify the woodland in a different kind of way, and benefit from it. We're made up of various guard captains, merchant skippers, different folk that just want to make money and have a decent, honest living. We're the River Folk Company, and I'm Guard Captain Otto.
My name is Shipwreck. I am the alpha progenitor for the Aquatech progenitors. The Aquatech progenitors have developed rebreathers. We are a race of fish people, come from the rivers, lakes, ponds, and streams to take what has always been rightfully ours. We have cities that are under the water, and we have a system based on lineage. The most predominant are the alpha progenitors. like myself, there are the Omega progenitors, the Kappa progenitors, and the Beta progenitors. We will take the Woodland back one way or another.
A huge thank you to all of those folks for their lovely introductions. If you did take the time to listen to this video, let me know which of the factions is your favorite if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch. And if you're watching this in podcast format or listening to this in podcast format, then go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to us. It really goes a long way for us to get better ratings in the Apple Store or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasting experience. And if you are on YouTube, you can do the same thing there. And thank you for listening. Seriously, this is a brand new podcast. If you have listened to this episode and you want to continue to listen, the next bit is going to be on the characters themselves. There are 7 different unique characters, and I'm so excited to have all of them roleplay their own individual flashbacks, which will be the next episode coming up. Thank you so much again for listening, and enjoy your day in the Woodland. See you next time.
Welcome to the Woodland, stop by if you could then. We've got might and right in every little thing that's good, man. Please don't let your heart harshen. If you hearken, I will start with just a little hint of arson. Well, maybe more than just a little hint, because we really love arson. Welcome to the Woodland, stop by if you could then. We've got might and right in every little thing that's good, man. Please don't let your heart harshen. If you hearken, I will start with just a little hint of arson. Okay, so now I think it would behoove us for you to meet the group. There's 7 of them in total, which is, well, it's quite a bit. Anyways, here they are. We've got a badger that can craft you a fine soup dish, a cat that wanders off, no matter where the group is, a fox without a home, he's constantly in movement, a deer with giant goggles that can barely see through them. Don't forget the otter charming you with music, a red squirrel with a pistol, she's bound to leave you toothless. And finally our rabbit, if there's a mystery she'll sleuth it, and I'll be your GM. So come on y'all, let's do this. Welcome to the Woodland. Our vagabonds are rootless. Welcome to the Woodland, stop by if you could then. We've got might and right in every little thing that's good, man. Please don't let your heart harshen. If you hearken, I will start with just a bit of arson. Seriously though, there's gonna be quite a bit of arson in this campaign. I think that really is the theme. Just setting fires to things that probably don't need to be set on fire. Anyways, welcome to the Woodland. Hope you guys enjoy. And thanks for listening. We'll see you out there.